But now, I'm going to ask you to imagine with me for a moment. Feel free to close your eyes if you find that helpful to you. Just don't go to sleep, okay? Now, imagine being at the beach. Hear the lapping of the gentle waves as the water rocks the boats on the lake back and forth. Listen to the rustle of the soft breeze in the grass and the nearby bushes. Hear the seagulls calling above as a blue heron soars high into the sky, then dives deep into the lake. See the sunlight dancing on the water. Feel the warm rays of the sun on your damp skin. Touch the sand beneath your feet. Now imagine someone walking up to you saying, "Come, follow me. I will teach you how to change people's lives. I will empower you to open people's hearts. I will teach you how to transform the world." What do you do? Or imagine being at work, being busily engaged in the tasks at hand, spending hours of your day working hard with your hands, your mind, your creative imagination, making a living for yourself and your family, and this same person walks into your workplace and says, "Come, follow me. I have new things for you to do. I need you to come work with me. I am going to change your life in amazing ways." What do you do? How do you respond? What do you do with this person who just waltzes into your life, intruding into your day, wanting to turn your life upside down and expecting you to follow with little explanation? What do you do with this person? That's pretty much what happened to these first 4 disciples. They just didn't know yet that they were disciples. In Jesus' day, there were a lot of teachers roaming the countryside and the towns, gathering disciples as they went. You might remember the disciples who followed John the Baptizer, listening to his teachings, aligning their lives with what he said, following him around as he proclaimed his message to the crowds. Sometimes, disciples stuck very closely with their teacher for a long, long time, and even took their teacher's message to places and times that the teacher could not. But with so many people roaming about, proclaiming so many messages, many disciples of many teachers would hear a new, more compelling message and let go of that first set of teachings and that first teacher, that particular belief, that particular way, in order to shift their allegiance to another teacher with a different message. The disciples Jesus first called to follow him, Simon Peter and his brother Andrew, then James and his brother John, don't seem to be following anyone in particular at the moment, at least as far as we can tell. In fact, from what we read, they seem to be busily occupied with their jobs, casting out their fishing nets, hoping for a big catch that day, mending torn and wearing nets, working hard, earning a living, providing for their families. And in the middle of their workday, here comes Jesus, some unknown new teacher entering the scene, who looks at them doing their jobs and says, "Follow me." No preliminary conversation, no sampling of his teaching, no explanation of what would be expected of them, just follow me. So what do you do? What did they do? In Matthew we read, immediately they follow Jesus. Peter and Andrew, fishermen casting their nets into the sea, immediately leave their nets to follow Jesus and fish for people, though I seriously doubt they had any idea what Jesus was talking about. James and John are working with their father Zebedee, the 3 of them together in the boat, mending their nets, preparing for their work. Then James and John, hearing Jesus, not only leave their nets, they leave their father too immediately. There is something about Jesus, Something different, something so compelling for these men that they let go of everything they know to follow Jesus, though where they are going will only be discovered on the way. There may be something about Jesus, something so compelling that even we here in this room, in this moment, may be willing to let go of something necessary if we are to follow Jesus in more faithful discipleship. Though where we are going probably will only be discovered on the way, scary and unsettling and disturbing as that thought may be. Jesus indeed is here saying, "Come, follow me. I will teach you how to change people's lives. I will empower you to open people's hearts. I will show you how to transform the world." Now, this is the time in the sermon when the preacher generally asks, is God calling you? Is Jesus knocking on your door with an invitation? Is the Spirit seeking you out? But I'm not going to ask any of those questions. I'm not going to ask because I already know the answer. The answer is yes. God is calling each one here. Jesus is right here in this moment with an invitation for all. The Spirit is seeking you, each and every one of us. The questions, the real soul-searching questions are this: what is it that God is calling you to be? What is it that God is calling you to do? What is it that God is calling you to change? In what way is the Spirit moving in your heart? And what might you have to give up? What might you have to let go of in order to respond? Often, we don't find the answers to those questions alone. We find the answers living together in community, a faith community helping us to discern God's call, a faith community supporting and encouraging us to respond to that call. And Jesus is here saying, "Come, meet me at this table where I am alive and well. Begin your journey with me here at this table, or begin your journey with me again, or begin a new journey that I have for you." Can you hear that voice? I pray during this Lenten season, each and every one in this room will hear the voice of Jesus calling and respond. Thanks be to God for a Jesus who leads us on the way, for a community that helps us discern the call, and for brothers and sisters who go with us on the journey, giving us courage and strength. Amen.